Hello, folks. Welcome to Kudlow. I'm Larry Kudlow. Remember back a couple of months ago when mainstream media types were saying the new Republican Congress wouldn't get anything done and really wasn't all that important? Well, turns out just after a few months, the GOP Congress is important and is getting things done, any number of things. One of the things the House Republicans are doing to rescue the economy is to put together the Lower Energy Cost Act, H.R. 1, which is scheduled for a Thursday vote. This by itself is a very big deal. It will lower inflation and it will increase growth. It's going to turn the fossil fuel spigots back on with permitting reform, opening the door for critical minerals, a return to the one federal decision approach of the Trump years, reopening the door to the Keystone XL pipeline, streamlining the Clean Water Act, producing fertilizer to get food prices back down, promoting LNG exports, and any number of related things. As I've said many times before, we find refined petroleum products, which have become very costly under Biden's war against fossil fuels, permeate virtually every nook and cranny of the economy. And by the way, permitting reform in H.R. 1 will help renewables. That's right. It will allow the production of minerals for electric vehicle batteries without having to rely on China, which is what Interior Secretary Deb Haaland acknowledged today, that the U.S. does rely on China. Can't have that. This bill would stop it. Joe Biden's already threatened to veto it. That shows you how important the bill is. In fact, that tells you what a positive impact it would have on the economy. A Biden veto is always a leading indicator of decline. Anyway, the Republican Congress is doing a lot of other things. Oversight committees on censorship, parents, education, Hunter Biden's laptop, the weaponization of Joe Biden's federal law enforcement. All these excesses are being investigated now. The Ways and Means Committee looking at tax cuts, the new Budget Committee drawing up a pro-growth balanced budget plan. In other words, a GOP beehive of activity. Of course, Joe Biden still in denial about Republican conservative principles coming out of the House. So, for example, just today, Speaker Kevin McCarthy turning up the heat on Biden to have a second meeting to discuss a new debt ceiling with additional budget savings. Just as in the past, the two are inextricably linked. Speaker McCarthy emphasized the best way to reduce the national debt is to limit spending, save taxpayer money, and grow the economy. He has offered to sit down and discuss a variety of means with Biden, but so far Biden won't cooperate. I want to personally highlight one of Speaker McCarthy's points. He suggested the importance of strengthening work requirements. That was enacted under President Bill Clinton, and then Senator Joe Biden voted for it. Workfare is such an important principle. It is essential to the American ideal of the dignity of work to climb the ladder of opportunity. We've seen a lot of polls recently showing tremendous voter pessimism on the economy, on traditional American values like patriotism, religion, childbearing, culture. But the root of all these social issue problems seems to be closely linked to a declining economy besotted with high inflation. Energy independence is a tremendous first step out of this malaise. A strong budget deal coupled with debt ceiling adjustment would calm financial markets and promote economic growth. So the question is tonight, why is Joe Biden resisting? How about that? That's my riff.